Hi guys, Christian here with another Stop Lazy Cash video. Today we're talking about what is cash flow and why is it so important. So let's jump straight in there. What is cash flow? Cash flow is basically your income less your expenses. So your everyday living expenses away from your salary or your weekly income, and that is the cash flow. But what really makes that up? How do we do that? And so when we're looking at cash flow, what we're really looking at is whether we have a positive cash flow or a negative cash flow. And if we've got a positive cash flow, that means that we're not spending all the money that we earn, whether it be weekly, fortnightly, monthly, or other. Or if we've got a negative cash flow, it means that we are spending above our means. I mean, we're not earning enough to meet what we're spending. And that generally means that people are using loans or credit cards to sustain that spending. The most common example you can think of, again, is the credit cards, but also when you think about your mortgage on your property. It's a good way of looking at it. So what makes up this cash flow and how does that affect you? And so cash flow is made up of your income. So whether that be from you're working a job, or you've got a business, or you're working a side hustle, a combination of all of those things. And then your expenses are, like we've talked about in the 50-30-20 rule. And if you're not aware of the 50-30-20 rule, click up above there now. There's a video there on the 50-30-20 rule. But essentially your need expenses and your want expenses. And so when we take that away from your income, that gives us cash flow. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is we actually see cash flow in our budget. What we're trying to do control there is actually give us a positive cash flow so that we are able to save some money or pay down some debt or do a combination of the both in order to give ourselves a better financial position. So a lot of people, when they start out, are trying to pay out some debt or pay down some debt when they look at budgeting, and that's where cash flow becomes important for them. But further on, as we continue to go on, what people will actually have a tendency to do is actually look at investing as an element of cash flow. So what you actually have as an element of the cash flow cycle is income less, in brackets, expenses plus investments, close brackets. And what that actually means is they're actually putting aside money to invest for their wealth. So they actually are contributing to generating additional income. So they actually make an expense to invest in themselves. And now this is another video we've talked about in wealth creation, where we purchase assets, how the wealthy look at investing in themselves and creating assets first rather than going straight from income to expense. And again, I'll link that video above up here now, and it'll be in the description below if you'd like to watch more on that one. So guys, that's why cash flow is really important and you need to know about it. If you did like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and give us a comment below. And if you want more like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.